guys, I'm just making this video on thoracic mobility for a couple of years. This is just a short video. It's giving you some 5 to 10 minute drills that you can do daily to be able to improve overall extension of the upper back. With the upper back here, when we're talking about thoracic mobility, we're talking about the ability to extend the spine and be able to have good rotation as well. If this is all stiff, if everything gets pulled forward, the fibers here across the front end to get really tight, they pull that shoulder down, gives it a grinding sensation. If the tissues here get tight, they can cause headaches and they can cause strain to be happened in the back there as well. So if we can get here all loosened up and extended, your posture's better. Any back movements that we do will have better contractions for it and you'll just feel much better. So the first thing that we need to do is do a bit of massage work to get rid of any obvious restrictions that are going to prevent us from being able to get into full extension. And this is namely just all across the pec. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start from underneath the collarbone. You want to get 3 fingers, jam them together straight down. You're going to start in the middle of your chest, underneath your collarbone, jam them in as hard as you can. It's not comfy. And then from here, we're just going to get your arm and bring it out and in for 5 repetitions. Once you've done your 5, you're just going to keep the arm out, move a centimetre closer towards the shoulder, repeat the process, 5 reps. As soon as you've done that again, keep going, keep going, keep going until you're right in where the pec goes right into that shoulder there. And then after that, we're just going to change it up slightly. We're then going to start working in a diagonal line downwards. So from here, I'm going to get your arm, I'm going to pull your shoulders back together, get the elbow right out there, press your fingers in hard and press them in and out. So the elbow is just going in and out from the body for 5 reps. We move down a centimetre, down a diagonal, repeat the process again, down again, repeat the process again. You can work across the whole pec if you want to, but it's mainly just right underneath the collarbone and then a little bit diagonal there. So it's kind of this upper third of the pec. But after you've done all that, the first thing we want to get into is some rotation drills. So the best one for us in this is just going to be the lying upper trunk twist. All you want to do is lay yourself down. We're going to turn your hips to face the opposite way that you're twisting. And we just want to get an underhand and just anchor this knee down so that when we rotate, it doesn't twist as well and it's all just coming from the body. And our aim is just to get our arm, put it right out in front and then bring it right back until our arm touches down to the floor. But what I'm actually aiming for is I'm aiming for the back of the shoulder to get to the floor. What you'll notice with your mid-back is if I bring my arm out here and then I try and rotate a little bit extra, I actually get a deeper contraction in the rhomboids and the mid-trapezius, those muscles in between the shoulder blades. That's because they're not just there for retraction, they also help a little bit with rotation as well. So we're just expressing all that function right out there and then really trying to twist from the chest to get that last little bit. So I'll do this for 10 to 20 repetitions on either side, and then after that we want to get into some extension work. So you want a foam roller or a peanut or just some lumpy object that you can put underneath your mid-back. So what I'm going to do is go mid-back on the foam roller. We're just underneath the shoulder blades, the scapula. We're going to get the hands, put them behind the head, and we're just going to do a small sit-up and then extend as much as we can do, trying to get this upper back right towards the floor. And I'm just going to repeat this, and every time I pull back, what it's going to do is all those muscles inside the rib cage there, they're just going to stretch out. And I can come down, I can even do some breath work here, so I can just do some slow breathing, try and inflate those lungs as much as I can. And that, again, it's going to help to stretch all the tissues that we have in between the rib cage there. 10 to 20 repetitions, and that'll be it. So massage work, 10 to 20 rotations either side, 10 to 20 extensions, and you're all good. Now, if you want to do more, you can do, right? There's no limit. You can do like 100 and it is going to be that bit more effective. I would advise that you do something like this every day, like 5 to 10 minutes for those of you who have thoracic mobility issues. Really going to have a big impact if you do that every single day for a week. If you want to do a little bit of strengthening work on top of that to activate the muscles and keep that posture better, I would advise that you lay yourself down and you get yourself into some IWYs and take yourself through at least a set of 10 or something else you can do. If you want to be a bit fancy, is get a band, anchor it to the bottom of a rig or underneath the door so you can tie a little knot and throw it underneath the door. Get into your twisting, get into the upper trunk twist setup. So I've got my arm straight out facing the band, and then from here, again, hand on that knee, I'm just going to get this band. I'm going to pull it out as much as I can do, so it's like a single arm pull apart, as much as I can do, and then I'm going to rotate from my chest and complete that rotation. And now I'm actively strengthening the rhomboids at that twisting function, and it's going to help to keep everything pulled back there. So whether you're doing IWIs or whether you do the banded rotations, I would just advise doing 2 or 3 sets of 10 on either arm, and let's just sort things out. Enjoy. Actually, last little one, if you want to get an extra one for good measure, a good little mobility drill is to get yourself into a mountain climber stance, put one knee in line with the outside elbow, drop the back knee towards the floor, and then from here, turn yourself right out to get that arm towards the ceiling. When we're doing this right now, we will feel the mobility come all the way up through the front of the quads, right through the stomach, and then out through the rib cage there. And although it's not quite thoracic mobility drill, it's kind of like a full body mobility drill that will have a knock-on effect. So yeah, again, 10 to 20 repetitions either side, add that on at the end. Enjoy.